think I was about 17 or something, playing one of my first team games, and the pitch was turning, but they were cruising. They needed about 50 to win, and they were 1 wicket down, 2 wickets down, something like that. Absolutely cruising it. Needed about 170, on about 120 for 2. My first over went for 14. I got hit into the river twice, and I'm like, well, obviously I'm not going to stay on, because that's the leg spinner's goal is first over, try and stay on. But I've blown it. Got another over, second over, one pitched miles outside leg stump and took his off stump. I was absolutely reeling from then. And then a couple of guys hoiking, got caught out on the boundary. Ended up with 7 for 28. We won the game. We went top of the league. It was like one of those things when you've taken a losing situation, and for your team, you've made it a winning one. I think in terms of winning the game, I'd like to take the wicket, probably just because it's a bit more of that satisfaction. That's my job. My job is to take wickets, and if I've done that and we've won the game, then it's all that much better. One of the biggest challenges is probably picking and selecting a side. So telling a player they're not in a side, especially as captain of the first team. That's where ideally you'd hope that kind of everyone in the club is trying to get to. So telling someone they're not selected is without a doubt the biggest challenge of being a captain, because it's not pleasant. It's not nice. It's they want to play and you're letting them down. I've been in that situation loads of times. Obviously, everyone has. So you just hope they sort of take it well and respond positively. You want them to go, okay, go and get a load of wickets, go and score a load of runs in the twos and come back. So that's obviously the ideal response, but it's always difficult. I try and take myself out of it and just think of yourself as one of your weapons that you have. So you as a captain have 5 or 6 weapons in your side, trying to use them at the right moment. So I'm going to bowl myself when I think I'm the biggest threat at that time. So if I've got 2 left-handers in and they're hiking everything leg side and I'm bowling leg breaks, I'm not going to bring myself on then. But if there's 2 right-handers and they look like, I don't know, maybe they're sloggers, and I think that a leg spinner's a really good shout against them, because they're not going to know what's going on. They're going to just try and hit me to the moon and hopefully sky one on this one. So yeah, try and take myself out of it and think of it not selfishly, but just sort of what's the best moment for a leg spinner to come on. For me as a batsman, it helps. I like to think. I always like to, when I bat, I like to think of the team situation and what's best in the moment. Do I need to hit out? Do I need to defend or whatever? But having that outside context of the game is always something I've always sort of focused on when I'm batting. So being captain just heightens that. You're constantly worried about the game more than yourself. You kind of hope that everyone's got that kind of that worry in their head, or they're always thinking about the match situation. But as a captain, that's even more. You're constantly thinking about what to do in the game and what the next tactical decision is, and what the impact of your actions are on the game or anyone else's actions. So as a batsman, I think that helps me. It sort of gives you a bit more. You want to concentrate more because you're desperate for the team to win. When you're bowling, I think sometimes it is a bit of pressure, and you feel like you're letting people down if you don't do well. But I personally think it's helpful. I get that obviously when you've got like international captains and things like that, they get ground down because it's constant. It's their job. They're doing it every day. There's a media thing around it, whereas obviously as a club captain, it's just Saturdays. You do your selection in the week or whatever. There isn't the same pressure. So I think it can help a player, to be honest. Like if you get another opportunity in this game, it might not be straight away, you might get taken off, but you might get another opportunity in that game. Try and prove why you're in that team and why you deserve a bowl, and think, and why you should be kept on, and so on. So you've just always got to be desperate to prove how good you are. I think, and try and take some wickets and get the guy back who hit you. So it's a competition, isn't it, cricket? So if the guy's hit you for 20, I'm more desperate to get him out than anyone else in that side. Junior captaincy is really helpful. Because obviously you've got a bit of help, you've got parents helping out, and you've got coaches and so on. So on the field, it really helps a player, because I think it just makes you concentrate on the game and understand the tactical side of it. Do I need a fielder there? Is he likely to bowl there? And do I need to be more aggressive here? Is the moment right to be more aggressive, or now do I need to be defensive? And that whole thought, I think, is something that every player needs to have. So if every player was to captain a bit in their youth and as they grow up, even if they never really want to be a captain, I think that's helpful. I think that would be a great thing for the game and for youth players if they all captained a bit. But when you're on the field, you need a plan of going, this bowler bowls like this is how he bowls. So what's the best way of him taking a wicket? It's easier in the first team. We've got good bowlers who will bowl in an area consistently. So what you might need to do, and what I like to ask a bowler when he comes on, if I don't know them that well, is what's your bad ball? Because let's set a field for that. We'll set one, maybe two players for your bad ball, and then let's set the rest of the field for your good balls. So we're trying to take a wicket, or we're trying to restrict on your good ball. This is where you generally bowl, so we'll do that. But let's have a couple of fielders for your bad ball. So but for me, my bad ball is definitely a drag down. Sticks in the hand, you drag it down, you get walloped out there. It's only ever going to go out there. No one ever hits it anywhere else. I get loads of wickets with my bad ball because I've got a couple of people posted for it. So it's just having that understanding of the game and just trying to keep it simple by going, okay, your bad ball is here, so we'll do that. And in terms of captaincy, when batting, is also to have a plan, like for your players. So to have, this is our order, and this is why that order is that. It's not just because that guy says he's an opening batsman. It needs to be that what we're trying to do is we're trying to knock the cover off the ball a bit early on. We're trying to knock the shine off it, and we're just going to give us a platform early on. And these are the players that are best at doing that. And then these are the guys who are going to take advantage of that, and so on, and have an actual structure to your order when you're setting out your batting order as well.